If it wasn't for the beans, they come out the can. I'm gonna peas, the beef, the rice and the spam, the milk and bread being bought at the grocery store. I tell ya, I couldn't eat no more. 'Cause let me tell you, my wife, she can't Lord, if I thought she could read, I would buy her a book. But all she knows how to do is a fuss and holler. She don't even know how to boil water. Let me tell you what we had last night on a dinner table. A canned green bean, cold spinach and tomato. The nasty stuff I say you ever wanna see. And she was trying to feed it to me. Let me tell you, I think that woman just a downright late. 'Cause I hear the sister come with cold cuts and gravy. A cold cuts and gravy in a one big bowl. I thought I'd choke, but I got through and she said, what you say? Oh, ooh. Ah, but I guess I'm gonna eat the slop any old way, so don't you get me wrong. I love that girl. I guess I'm about the craziest old man in the world. But I got to love her 'cause I got no friends. Oh, here she come with red beans and onions again, and she say, what you say? Oh, ooh.
We truly missed y'all. We are excited about our first show of the new year. Woo woo! And we're doing it real big. We're doing it real big. We making Japanese
Souffle
pancakes.
Yes.
Why we can't just make regular pancakes? Why we have to do Japanese souffle? Why we have to
Well, one, so people could remember them and find them, and that is what they are called. But they are almost like a custard style pancake, so they're going to rise a lot higher and they're going to be a lot softer and a lot fluffier.
Okay.
And we all make pancakes all the time, right?
Yeah.
So let's put a little bit of a spin on it and see how it comes out.
So let's dig into these ingredients. What are we gonna start with first? What we doing?
Okay, so let's talk about all the ingredients and then we'll start with what we're doing
Okay,
first.
so we have some heavy whipping cream.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're using heavy whipping cream and we're using sugar. That's going to be for our whipped cream that we're going to make for
So
our
where's-
pancakes.
Where's the sugar?
Here's the sugar right here.
Okay.
So we've got some organic raw cane sugar. Now, typically, if I was doing whipped cream, I do like to use the very fine sugar. So it's just a lot softer. They didn't have any of that at the supermarket, but
Okay.
this is going to work as well. I made some earlier. It came out just fine. We have powdered sugar that we're going to sift on our pancakes. It does add a little sweetness, but it also looks pretty. We have strawberries and blueberries. You can have whatever type of fruit you like.
Yeah, for toppings.
Yes.
And this right here. Now this, listen. If you don't get you some of this, the Swan's Down cake flour. If you are a baker, I'm sure the bakers might already know,
They
but
already
if you don't
know.
know, get you some Swan's Down. The first time I had Swan's Down was when Miss Sharon used to make them pound cakes.
Yes.
And I couldn't. I'm like, why are pound cakes?
Definitely.
This is the truth. This stuff is. You can find this. This is on the aisle with where the pancakes and mixing stuff is. Yeah,
That's where the cake mix is.
Yeah. So
definitely.
get you some of this.
Some stores might have
It'll
it where the
bless your
flour
life.
is at. So, of course, we're going for soft. We're going for fluffy. So that's why we're using the cake flour. We've got 2 eggs. This recipe that Carlene posted is going to make about 3 pancakes. We got a little bit of oil. We have a little bit of butter for those
Baking powder.
who like butter on their pancakes, baking powder. And I think that's about it. So we'll be also, of course, talking about each ingredient as we put it
Yes.
in the bowl. So let's start with our whipped cream because we're going to put that in the
Oof.
fridge.
Yes. Okay.
That's not going to take too long. We'll make that, put that in the fridge, and then we'll get started.
Okay.
Before we do the whipped cream, we should do one thing, though.
Yes.
So we're going to make meringue for this pancake mix and fold it in. To make good meringue, you want to put it in the freezer for a little bit. So that's the egg whites.
Okay.
So let's crack the eggs and put the egg whites in the freezer for a little bit. They should go on for about 10-15 minutes so they can get just a little bit of ice on top.
Okay.
We can
So
do
2
that
eggs?
first. Yep.
So we cracking 2 eggs.
We cracking 2 eggs.
Is
and
this a
we'll
part?
start
This a
burning.
part of the regular recipe just for people that's cooking along?
Yes.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, if you cook
Oh.
it, we cooking right now.
Oh, okay.
We cooking.
See, I'm asking. I gotta ask questions.
We cooking. That's
I'm
it, baby.
learning.
We
So-
cooking.
So crack these and put them in there.
Yeah. Well, separate them.
What you?
Okay. So we need egg yolks and egg
Oh,
whites.
you gotta show me how to do
So
that.
I'm gonna do one, and then you gonna do one. You ready?
You gotta show
All
me how
right.
to
So
do that.
don't be all gentle with it. Give it a good crack. We're gonna split it. You see the egg
Yeah.
whites falling off. You can do a little
I
shift.
need to take my rings off for this.
Yeah. The other thing is, I'm gonna drop the egg white there. I'm gonna get rid of
All right,
those.
so let me try with that one.
All right.
Lord.
Now you heavy-handed, so don't. That's why I said don't be gentle with it.
All right.
But you don't let the
Ooh.
yolk fall out.
Okay.
So put it to one side.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. And let the yolk don't let the yolk fall out.
I'm trying not to.
Okay.
Oh
You got
God.
it. There you go. Don't let
It's got to come out.
you got it.
Why it's stuck?
That's okay.
See,
Keep
this
going.
is this yolk is being disobedient.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Good job.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
All right. So put the yolk over there now.
Now drop it over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did a good job.
Bam.
All right.
Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Babe, I need something for my hands.
I got you.
Ooh.
Oh, right here. There you go.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so now
So we're going to take our egg whites. We're going to put them in the freezer for about 15 minutes. And then we're going to just set those to the side. So,
all right, so this will be my first time making whipped cream.
all right. So this is very simple. So we got some ice and some water in there. We're going to drop another bowl in there. I want a little bit more water, I
Where
think.
we get these bowls from? A lot of people's asking about the bowl.
The bowls are from Walmart.
Uh,
Walmart.
Walmart.
That's the basic Walmart mainstays.
So how much we putting in here?
So,
So what we got? This
heavy
is
whipping
heavy
cream,
whipping cream.
and a half a cup. Hold on. Let me show somebody something.
A half a
real quick.
cup. Okay.
Yeah. So, half a cup and half a cup is not the same, right? So, for powders
Yeah.
and things like that, and for liquids. So, sometimes you might be following a recipe, you're like, man, it did not come out exactly how the recipe came out. Because sometimes our measurements are off. A lot of times they'll say, hey, use the metric system and use a scale. If you're watching any cooking shows lately, you'll see they're putting things on a scale so they can get the exact measurement. So cooking is love and passion, but there is a little bit of a science behind it.
Yeah.
So we are doing a half a cup here.
Okay, well, that explains why some of my stuff ain't come out right, because I definitely was not doing that.
Okay.
Thanks for that tip.
All right, so half a cup.
Mm-hmm.
And then we need some sugar too. So
How
our
much
recipe
sugar?
is going to call for 1.5 tablespoons.
1.5 tablespoons.
Yep.
So this is 1.5. So this is
Yeah.
measuring at 1.5 already.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, you got it. And I'll take that sugar from you.
Okay.
Okay. So now grab your blender. Be careful of the flour there.
Okay.
And you need to whip this until it comes to peaks.
Peaks. What's a peak?
You'll see it when it looks like whipped cream, nice and sturdy and firm.
Okay.
So keep going with
Doing
it.
right in this with the ice under it.
Yep. The ice is in a separate bowl, right?
Do it have to be on a certain speed?
The fastest you could go.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Ooh, I'm losing control.
There you go. You got it.
Jesus, help us.
No,
Wait a minute. Oh, babe, that.
There you go. It's not going to whip if it's not on the fastest it can go.
Okay.
All right.
Why you ain't say like you always say, whip it and.
One direction. I don't think it matters as much for this, so.
No, you say. Never mind. Maybe I should say that for the show.
Okay.
say that for later.
One direction. We're keeping an eye on it. We're seeing how you can
Oh.
see it's getting thick
Yeah,
already, right?
really thick.
So if you whip this really good, you could put it in a piping bag, or you could put it in a whipped cream canister. But yours
So
is
we
whipping
just
really
use
good.
heavy cream and sugar?
That's it.
Wow.
And look how fast it's coming along.
Yeah.
Oh, you doing it.
Hey.
So that means no more Cool Whip, right? We making our own from
Listen,
now.
I'm thinking about putting strawberries and blueberries in it. You can make your own like
Absolutely.
flavor. Oh, okay.
It's looking good.
Yeah. Teach me how to cook. Teach me
Okay,
how.
I do want to let you know that the grandmoms and them, they did it by hand.
Well,
Okay.
no, we're not.
Okay.
I'm not a grandma.
Yeah, and
I,
I think you're about done.
okay.
All right. Okay. Good
All right.
stuff. Okay, so this
So
whipped
this is
cream.
how it looks. That looks really
Yes.
good. Ooh, I'm excited. Can I taste it?
Yes.
Can I have a little?
Let me get you a spoon.
Let me taste it. I feel like. Let me see.
Why you take so little bit?
Mmm. Oh,
That's
this is
better.
good.
That's better than Cool Whip.
This is good. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the fridge, and that's it.
Wow,
for
that was really easy. So all we use for the, I'm taking back. If I don't learn nothing else today, I know how to make my own whipped cream. Listen, strawberries and whipped cream. We about to have whipped cream for everything around here.
Oh, I agree.
So we
Everything.
just use heavy whipped cream and sugar. Bam, half a cup
I
of
guess I'll just.
heavy whipped cream, 1.5 tablespoons of sugar.
Okay,
Let's
so
roll.
that was pretty easy, right?
Yes.
Now we're on to the pancakes. We've got our egg whites separated and in the
Yes.
freezer. We had our egg yolks here, 2 egg yolks from earlier. We
Okay.
dropped them in there.
Uh-huh.
And now we need we need the vanilla, we need the milk.
How much vanilla we need?
Okay, so vanilla. Now on the recipe, they tell you to put just like a quarter of a teaspoon.
Yeah, but you can put more in there.
I'm gonna put a half a teaspoon of vanilla.
Wait a minute, is this okay?
Yeah, it's a half a teaspoon. Okay.
Okay.
Good stuff. Now, if
Where
you
my
want to
towel?
get real extra, get you a vanilla bean, scrape some of that in there. All right. So now we need some milk.
How much
and milk we are going to use 1.5 tablespoon again.
Okay.
All right.
Do we measure with this? Is liquid?
Yeah, you can use that for
Okay.
that.
Yeah, because I'm going by what you
Yeah,
taught
I
me.
know, but no, you can use that. For that.
Okay.
All right.
Milk.
If you want to be sure, you convert it to the metric system, and then,
Okay.
but it's good for that.
All right.
And then now we need
But
no
What?
butter, cake flour. So before we do that, you gotta whisk this up though.
oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Nice whisk there, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See, whenever I don't know, for some reason when I'm doing this, it makes me feel like I'm really doing something. Y'all can't tell me I can't cook now. We about to change the name
Okay.
of the chef.
We want to go a little faster. So what's the goal with this? We want to whip this up. We want it to get airy and fluffy.
Well, this is why we gotta have our physical man in shape, because this is work.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you
You
say
see it? Yeah, you see it. A little bit more.
just a little
bit
flick
more.
of the wrist.
Now we don't want to overmix it, but we do want it light, airy, and fluffy. So that looks good.
Okay.
All right. Now.
So it has this consistency, just so you guys can see.
All right. So.
Just so you guys can see, this is the consistency, like little bubbles, airy. I guess.
All right.
Okay. Now
That looks good. So just leave your whisk to the side.
Uh-huh.
We now are going to incorporate our cake flour. So
okay. How much cake?
we're going to do a 1/4 cup. If you have a sifter, you can put your cake flour in your sifter and hit it inside. I'm not going to use my sifter. I am going to use a strainer, metal strainer. But I want to talk about this 1/4 cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
We also have to get. Oops, excuse me. Yeah, there, I got it. We also have to get our baking powder. So we do want. Let me get you a bowl.
The baking powder is here.
I know. I'm gonna get a bowl. So for our dry ingredients, right? So our dry ingredients is going to be a 1/4 cup of flour. You took
Regular
my spoon.
flour.
Cake flour.
Oh, cake flour. So where's
I'm
the
getting
cake?
a new spoon. All right. So here's the cake flour.
This?
Now,
This one.
yes. Let's switch sides for a second.
So for an amateur like me that's cooking, right?
Mm-hmm.
How can I? So is there a difference in texture with cake flour and regular flour? Like if these
Yeah.
two side by side, I can't tell which one is which.
Well, that's very interesting because that is not flour.
What is that?
That
Oh,
is
confection?
powdered sugar.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm
But-
saying?
But
See?
they're not really the same color. That is like
this
really
is
bright white,
Okay.
right? And that looks more like flour.
Okay.
But the thing with dishes that call for flour, a lot of times people put too much flour. You know why? Because we're putting it in and we're packing it in, right? We don't want to do that. We're going to wind up having too much flour. So take your flour, fluff it up a little bit, right? You don't want it compacted. Spoon your flour into what you're measuring, right? Till you got a heap of it over top, right? All right, here, you can hold that. I'll let you hold that.
Okay.
Then grab your, if you got a butter knife or spatula or something, and then we are going to take it off the top. Boom.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, because it's not packed in.
Exactly. So now we got kind of more close to the exact measurement. Put that in our dry ingredients bowl.
Okay.
All right. Now we need
And
some.
that was a quarter cup
Yep, that was a quarter cup. Now we need some
of cake flour,
half a teaspoon of
baking powder.
baking powder. I always want to say baking soda.
Just dip it in.
Yep, dip it in. Grab some. Use that thing right there to level it. Use that to level
This?
it. Yeah.
How you use it?
Okay. So put it back in there. All right. So we over
So
the
that's
top.
a leveler? Oh.
Boom. All right. So now we got all of our dry.
You learn something new every day.
I don't know if that's exactly right. That's what I do with it. But
Okay.
now we got our dry ingredients together, right? And I'm gonna take the dry ingredients. You could either put it in your sifter, you can put it in the strainer, put it in there.
So just dump it in? All of it at one time?
Yeah, you can dump it all at one time.
Okay.
All right, and then we're gonna bang it in
Well,
there.
why do we do that? How come we just didn't
No
dump
clumps. We want it to be a nice, smooth consistency.
it in?
All right.
Oh, okay.
All right. So it's almost all going in there. Boom.
Okay.
All right. Look at those little clumps on there. So now it's going to mix a lot more smoother. All right. Good
Okay.
stuff. All right. So take your time and mix that very.
With the whisk?
Yes, with the
Okay.
whisk.
I can use it even though I still have some of that on?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the same thing. Whoa, slow down.
You said last time you told me go fast.
Yeah, that was to get the eggs fluffy. Now we're mixing this so it's nice and smooth.
Okay.
All right. Keep going. Make sure we get everything around the sides.
A good whisk is key for this type of stuff. Make sure you get a good whisk.
Absolutely. Keep.
A metal one.
Once you mix it, then we're going to pause, leave that to the side. So now you have to set this to the side, and we're going to get our egg whites that got chilled.
Okay. So you had them chilling in the freezer?
Had them chilling in the freezer for about 15 minutes.
Oh, they look
And
frozen, babe.
that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to get you a bowl to mix that with.
Like another little small bowl.
Yep. I'm going to get you one that we used already. I'm just going to wipe it out.
So these are the chilled egg whites, and we put them in there?
Yep, but you need to make sure all of it get in there. So I'm gonna get you a spoon.
Oh, get that that.
No, this is good.
Okay.
All right, so all over. Oh, they came out really good. I thought it was a little bit more froze than that. So now you're gonna take your mixer, you're gonna put it on high, and we're gonna get our sugar ready. So we need 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get that ready
So
for
put
you.
it on high?
Yeah, we're gonna mix it on high. Let's get our sugar ready first,
Okay.
because we're gonna put the sugar in a little at a time.
So how much sugar? You said 2 tablespoons?
2 tablespoons. So I'm gonna get it ready for you. Here we go. 1, 2. All right. So
Okay.
start mixing on the highest speed. So we're looking for peaks again. We're looking for peaks again. One direction. Keep going. It doesn't look like much, right? But
Yeah,
it's going to
yeah.
expand.
Yeah.
So as soon as it starts getting like a little bit less see-through, I'm going to start adding a little bit of sugar at a time. You working, girl. You
Yeah.
working.
Woo! Busting a sweat.
Keep going.
Okay. Is that good?
Keep going. No, you got a ways to go.
What?
That
Woo! My hand is like, wait a minute now.
so that usually takes like about 5 minutes. Oh, but look at it. It looks
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Keep going. And we don't want to overdo it. We want to make it where it's stiff. So pause for a second. All right. Oh, okay. No, that's it. It's all. So if I take this out and I go like that, and the peak stays firm, so a little bit more to go.
Okay.
Once the peak stays firm, this will probably about another minute. Then we know it's ready.
Got it.
And we don't want to over mix it though. All right, that looks good. Make sure everything's around the sides off. All right. So you, boom, perfect. All right. So we are going to. Well,
So let's see the consistency
yeah.
in that. It almost looks like cake batter, like this consistency of like cake batter.
A
Well,
little
not
bit
really, 'cause
firm.
this is not
Yeah,
moving.
it's firm. So look, I think that's perfect.
Okay.
All right. So now we are going to get our spatula, and we're going to get our mix that we already did earlier. First, we want to take about half of this. You want to do it?
Okay.
So let's be gentle with it. We want to keep the air in it.
Half.
Yeah, about half. Okay. Good
And
stuff.
mix it.
Mix it together. So, whoa.
Slow.
Slow and soft and gentle.
Oh, jeez.
All right. So I want to fold it in. All right. So we're folding it in, making sure we're getting everything from around the sides, and we're folding it in.
Okay.
We don't want it to lose that airiness. So if we mix it, it's not going to be airy.
Okay.
All right.
Well, you said mix. You didn't say fold.
I'm sorry.
All right,
I
we'll
meant to
fold
say
it in.
fold it in. And then once you have that ready, you can add the rest in.
Okay. And it mixed really well. Like it really turned out to like the consistency with both of them combined very well.
Trying to get all of it in there. Okay, so
let me see if
now
I can
you're
fold it.
folding. Gently, we're gentle. with
I
it.
am. You know I'm
So
a country heavy-handed girl.
Yeah, so we folding. Folding is from the bottom over. From the bottom over.
Okay. Let
From
me
the
try.
bottom over. Yep. But soft. Yep. And then you see how we mix one yellow ingredients, one white ingredients.
Yeah.
Right now, when you're mixing it, you can still kind of see the streaks. So our goal is to have it
one color.
one color, one consistent. Let's around the sides a little bit. Yep. See how that looks.
Yeah, it's
Now, while
coming
you're
on
doing
color.
that, I'm going to turn the pan on to start getting warm,
Okay.
and we're going to work on the pan. So I think you got that good to go.
See, the color is consistent. Now it's just all one color. It looks good, almost like cake batter.
Yeah. So let's leave that there,
Okay.
and we're going over to the stove now. And
All right.
we have some oil here. We're going to get our
So what we need?
We need our little brushy thing. Yep. Okay. And we're going to need, come on over, babe.
Okay.
So we've got the fire on low, very low, low as it can go. We're going to take the brush, we're going to put it in some oil, and we're going to coat this pan with oil, the whole entire pan, right?
So do we need to bring our mixture over?
We will,
Okay.
but we're not exactly ready yet. So after we got this pan coated with oil, we're going to then wipe that pan out. We don't need any excess oil. We're using a non-stick pan.
Oh, so you coated it and then wiping it out after?
Yes.
Oh. That's a waste of oil.
There's going to be a residue in there. All right. So we're trying to get kind of perfectly golden brown. And if
Okay.
we have it, a lot of oil is going to cause like a splatter. We're also going to put some, so you see it's still oil in here. Yeah, it's still oil in here,
Yeah, I
but it's
see
just
it.
not,
Okay.
it's not extra.
It's not extra.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we're going to put water in there. So we don't want the oil and water to mix together,
Okay.
right?
So how much water we use this?
No, we're not.
What we going?
So you can have a little cup with or a spoon or something.
How much water?
Very little. Couple drops.
Okay. Now what is the water going to do?
The water's going to help it like steam kind of.
Let me wash my hand.
Okay. Because we're ready for the mix now.
Okay.
All right. Okay. And we're going to need that soft spatula. So
Which Which sauce spatula?
Not yet. This is going to be a couple minute process. So if you've got like a timer or something, this is a good time to use it. I'm going to use Siri. Siri's going to be my timekeeper. So I'm going to start off first. And if you have a glass lid that you can see through, that will help so that you can see the process of while they're cooking, because the timing is not exact. I'm going to use a 1.5 tablespoon cookie dropper. For mine, you can use a large spoon.
Or one of your measuring spoons, maybe.
Maybe. So I'm going to go 1 scoop, right? Right on. And then I'm going to come right to that same one again and do another scoop right in the center. Then I'm going to go to another side. So my goal is I'm trying to get 3 pancakes in here. So 2. There's 1. Do another one here.
You put water in there already?
No.
Oh.
Another one. Then I'm going to come over here again. And don't worry, they look small, but they will expand. All right? And then
Yeah, because those is.
And we're going to do another one. Okay. So by the time we got to that third one, we are ready to go back. We're ready to go back to the first one, right?
Okay.
So I'm coming to that first one again. Another layer. Second one. And another layer.
So you're just layering them?
I'm layering them.
How many times you do that?
I just did it 3 times, and then I'm going to do it one more time afterwards. So now's when I put my water. So I got a little bit of drops of water here. A little drop of water here. Right, and then we're going to put the lid on here. Hey Siri, set me an alarm for 2 minutes from now.
I set your alarm for 11:39 a.m.
Okay.
Thank you, Siri.
All right, so we're going to let that go for 2 minutes, and then after those 2 minutes, we're going to put another scoop on top, and then we're going to let it go for a few minutes.
So while that's doing that, for 2 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and cut up the strawberries.
Okay.
I have strawberries and blueberries for our toppings. So I'm going to go ahead and start slicing my strawberries for my topping. And I don't I guess, you can put basically whatever you want for your toppings. Raspberries.
So, I know you already rinsed them off.
Yeah, I did.
Now, here's the thing, right? They're great to go in there, right?
Yeah.
But we want to look for, you see how they look?
What?
I'm going to take, can I have it for a second? All right. So we also are thinking about our presentation in the end.
Okay.
So you see how they kind of look a little bit like a heart or stuff. So we can have a couple dice, but we also want some big ones as well.
Okay.
All right?
So we'll need 2 big ones then, right?
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that was perfect for that. Yeah, one thing you will learn on the show, presentation is everything.
Absolutely. Okay,
Presentation
going back over to
is
our pancakes.
everything. Oh, 2 minutes.
There's our alarm for 2 minutes. So now look at our pancakes. Look how big they look now. All right, so fire as low as it can go. I'm going to add me another layer here.
You don't have to flip them?
Not yet. I'm going to add another layer. That's why we have it on low, so that they can go low and what? We'll start just like we do with barbecue. Low and slow. And this is going to be about the last one. Okay, Siri, you can stop that alarm now.
I'll do it. So do you need another one?
Oh.
You need another?
Yep. So, hey, Siri, set an alarm for 4 minutes from now.
Your alarm is set for 11:43 a.m.
So when you put that extra layer on top, do you have to now put in more water?
You can put a little bit more water if the water already evaporated. So I'm adding a little more water. Now, when you do this, the other thing we're looking for is the type of pan. So we want a pan that has a good bottom on it. We want a pan that cooks evenly. So that's why I said a good bottom. So something that cooks evenly and something that's non-stick. That helps with the cooking process.
Okay.
Now, we do want to let
So this pan might be good, but it just needed
This pan is non-stick. It's not non-stick, so that's why I didn't use that one. But we also want to pay attention to how they look when we flip them and stuff, because if we flip them too soon, they'll crack in the middle. We also want to use a nice soft rubber spatula that could kind of
So
get
which
under.
spatula this
And we're
one?
going to do a roll method. We're going to use the one we used when we mixed it. So
Okay.
I'm going to rinse it off now.
So while we're waiting for the pancakes to get done, we want to talk about the events that we have coming up. Everybody knows about our breakthrough brunch 3, B2B3, pressing under pressure, March the 18th at the JCCC Community Center in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. The tickets are on sale now. Our vendor slots are, I believe we got one slot left. They're almost sold out. So if you want to be a vendor, you have time.
Not much time.
Not
It's
much
one
time,
left.
but yeah. But the tickets are $45. They are on sale. So if you need your tickets are trickling in. But if they trickle in, then all of a sudden we get sold out. So I would suggest you get your ticket as soon as possible.
Yes.
Share it, invite somebody. They get better and better every year. It is handicap accessible for everybody who asks every year. Is it handicap accessible? Yes, it is. So you'll be able to get in. Everybody is welcome.
And there's a lot of new surprises. At
Yes,
this
yes,
one.
we
a
have-
lot of new things happening.
Yes.
So one of the things you'll see is not as many speakers this time, because we had to make space for a lot of new events that are happening at the Breakthrough Brunch. So we're looking forward to seeing you there.
Yes, we're looking forward to a good time in God and what God is going to do for all of us, bringing us all together. Also, I do want to say, February the 10th, I will be doing a meet and greet from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Morristown Mall Food Court. On that day only, the tickets will be $40. So they will be $5 off that day only, but you have to come there to get it. You have to come. You got to be there. I can't do it over the phone. You need send somebody. Listen, on that day, they will be $40. We will also be giving out a free gift that day, just like a little meet and greet right before, the actual brunch, to get to see everybody and things
That's
like
right.
that.
Free gifts for everyone who attends, and we'll have some gift bags with some good stuff in it for some of the stores in the mall as well.
Yeah, we have, yes, from some of our stores. Again, that's February 10th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Morristown Mall Food Court. Make sure that you be there. I will also put a post in the group right after this live. I believe that's all that we had. I think you had one more.
Yes, I do have another announcement for a save the date, February 11th at EBCC, which is El Bethel Community Cathedral in Palmyra, New Jersey. We're having a clean comedy show and dinner. You cannot beat the price. So for couples, it's only $60. For individuals, it's $35. Don't have to be a couple to come. Singles, everybody is welcome. It's age appropriate for all ages. But, we do want to kind of have a grown-up night, so we are trying to say, hey, 18 and up, come out. Go on Eventbrite. You'll see we have a lot of extras. If you're coming with your special person, you could order your teddy bear, your special announcement, your candy, everything right on the site. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the place. We have comedian Joe Mixon hosting this year, along with two of his good friends, and we're gonna have a great show. Know where you can go and get dinner and a show for $35, especially on Valentine's Day weekend when all the
Yes.
restaurants have long lines. Come and hang out with us for a night.
Yes. Also, make sure that you go follow us on Instagram, my wife _can cook on Instagram, my wife _can cook, Facebook, my wife can cook, public page and private group, and also our YouTube channel, my wife can't cook. We already have plenty of videos on there for all of our new members of the previous shows that we had of different things that we cooked. So there's a plethora. Sometimes some people be like, oh, well, where's the video for this, or where's the video for that? And I normally have to tag the video, but you can go right on our YouTube channel, go to videos, and all of our videos are right there on. Also, this year we're looking to have some guests on the show, so we're excited about that as well. Stay tuned for that. We're excited about it. and how it has grown. My wife can cook has grown. It has. I mean, God has just been so good. It has grown. You know, in the community feeding and all of that kind of stuff, and we're still doing those things behind the scenes. And so, we appreciate your support. We appreciate everybody's support.
Alrighty.
All right.
So
ready?
we gotta put our whipped cream in our piping bag for later. So I'm gonna fill that up.
Okay.
Got it.
Ooh.
Hold that. I got whipped cream all on my hand. All right. So let me get in here a little bit. Yep.
Okay. You wanna like bang it down, son?
We will. I'm gonna squeeze it once it gets in there. So I'm gonna fold it up. That's why I folded the bag back. And now put a last
put
little
it
bit
in.
in there, and we're gonna keep it refrigerated until we are ready to
It's
use
really
it.
cold.
Yeah, it's been in the fridge the whole time. So there we go. Now we're gonna push down. So when it's time to get it,
Okay.
all right. And I'm gonna set this. I have it in a cup here, and I'm gonna put it back in the fridge until we're ready to use it. So we got to get ready to flip.
Okay.
So
We get ready to flip the Japanese pancakes.
yep.
All right, let's go. Take the top off.
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay, so we're gonna kind of do like a little roll method. So I got the soft rubber one under it, and I rolled it over.
Oh wow! Look at the depth.
Oh,
there.
so
That was not ready.
Yeah, he's ready. I'm just moving a little too fast. So let's go with another one. We're gonna come over here. Right. So once I got it under, I'm gonna kind of dragging back and roll over. There we
Okay.
go.
Come
Nice.
this way.
And then this one. He needs a little bit more time, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll let him stay for a second. But he's looking good over here. Yeah. We don't want to move
nice
him
and
too.
golden. I thought they would be burnt. How long they was?
There we go.
Okay.
All right. So give him a second. He'll be all right.
Now, how much more longer we gotta cover that up?
So maybe a minute. That won't take
What's
too
that,
long.
Siri?
So hey Siri, set an alarm for 1 minute from now.
Set your alarm for 11:51 a.m.
And
Siri's
we're setting timers, but we're watching them. So we want to see how they look and all of that.
So with this breakfast, you can, we made we're not gonna do it on the show today, but we made bacon. What kind
Candy
of
bacon.
Candy bacon. You can make whatever size eggs, whatever size you want to go along with the meal. But this is something even like for Valentine's Day. You can make a nice breakfast for your husband or your wife, your partner, whoever, for Valentine's Day. Just a nice something different. Something different.
All right. So take a look at them. See how they're starting to look.
Let me see.
And we're not over flipping them. This
Oh.
wasn't clean enough. I try to do it with
Do
a
I
paper
need to?
towel.
I don't need to.
All right. Let's see what we got there. No, don't
Oh.
flip them or anything.
I'm not.
Did you mess with that one?
No. Well, I kind of like pushed it like that, but I didn't.
No. We don't
That
have
one
to-
just being ornery.
Yeah. That one is perfect.
That one's upset.
I
It
like
don't
how
wanna-
that one looked.
Let me
All
get
right, so
paper
just
towels.
look. Yeah.
Right there, paper towels.
Okay. So we are about ready. So
Okay.
if you got one that's iron, put him on the bottom.
Yeah, you got a mischievous Japanese pancake. He goes to the. No, we can't do that. God won't do that to us. Just
Oh,
put.
Lord. It's a pancake.
No,
Seriously.
we got. Yeah, but we.
Okay.
Yeah, nah. We gonna. He might need to be on the top. He a little special.
So as you can see, you see how it looks. They're looking really good actually, and the weight. They're so
Light.
light, nice texture.
So light. That's a song.
All right. Oh.
All right, Baker.
So I'm going one. This one, he was acting up. He'll go first. We're gonna cover him up mainly. Then we'll go with our next one. We're going in
Okay.
the order of perfection, I guess, so that way.
Let me turn the heat off. Let's throw some of these on. Babe, what about the powdered sugar and stuff?
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, you want to do powdered sugar first?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Yeah, we don't cover it. It's right here.
Hold on. All right, we're gonna sift it on so that it looks good. All right, so put some in there, and then we're gonna just hit it over top of it.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay.
So that's why I wanted
That's
to.
enough.
I wanted to use a dark color plate because I wanted the powdered sugar to be able to show.
Okay.
All right,
Go ahead, put your other one.
I'm going right here with it though.
Okay. Stress this bad boy up.
Yep, just a little bit.
Well, we got to get our whipped cream.
Yep. And before we do whipped cream, we're going to do a little bit of syrup. All right.
You can just pretty much look at that. Doesn't that look so precious?
Okay. So,
Can I do that?
yeah, hold that.
Okay.
I'm going to do one and then you're going to do one.
Okay. Well, yeah, you do one. Here, take this then.
Hold on, hold that for a second. All right. Come on, there we go. First time we're cracking that bad boy. All right, so we got some maple
Ooh,
syrup.
that looks good. That's a lot. Ooh, that's
It's
a lot.
okay. It's okay. We got 3 pancakes there.
Okay.
All right, now you got the next one. All right, so hold it at the top because we don't want it to come out. You got it, babe.
Okay.
All right. You want some
Pour
more?
in.
Put some more whipped cream on
Go
there.
on in.
All right.
Okay.
So
we probably should have went this way with it too.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this in the fridge.
These are our Japanese souffle pancakes.
And it didn't take real long.
And it didn't take long. Look. I mean, you could have did this with regular pancakes too, but the Japanese, it has a different taste and texture.
You need to
But I'm
take-
going to taste it all together.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to take strawberry. And a little bit more whipped cream.
I just want the pancake, whipped cream, and syrup.
Mm.
Well, I got a little blueberry in there.
You know you can cook.
Okay, so here's the thing. And let me get some. I'm sure I have food on my face.
Yeah, you said.
So you asked me in the beginning, you said, why Japanese souffle pancakes?
Yes.
I think this will tell you why, right? Now, I just took a big bite, but they disappear
Yes.
in your mouth.
They melt.
It's so soft. You know, when you make a regular pancake, you have to chew it. You know, you put a lot of syrup on it. This it's thick, but you can't tell it's
No,
thick.
you don't need a lot of syrup. You really don't need a lot of syrup.
As soon as you put
Here,
it in
take
your
this
mouth.
one. Really, really good.
See, what you see me chewing is the strawberry. That's not the pancake. All right, look how big that piece is.
Yeah.
Go on.
They're not heavy at all. They're good. Awesome job, babe. Awesome job. Another one down in the books. I learned how to make whipped cream. Half a cup of whipping cream, 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. Whip it and whip it good. It's about to be a Holy Ghost party in here.
All right. So, maybe one day through the week, we'll post that recipe for the candy bacon. We use a thick cut bacon, roll
Yeah.
it up, bake it. Then once it's done, we put Dijon mustard and brown sugar and refry it. So it's really good.
Yes, it really is.
So that's what we're gonna have with our pancakes and
After
some
the
eggs.
show. Yeah. Yes, after the show.
So this was fun. It was
Yes.
fun. This wasn't too challenging. Something to get right back into the swing of things. We're looking for something to cook for next month.
For next month, yes. So if you have any suggestions, drop them in the comments.
Next month will definitely be a dinner probably because of Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
right?
So, babe, while we have a little bit of time, so, you know, me being your wife, now we've been together, 25 years, going on 25 years. So how did
No,
it...
it's already been 25
25?
years. Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's going on
All right.
26.
Okay, sir. All
Okay,
right,
that's
I see
one.
all your stuff.
Yeah, I did.
So how, you know, at 15, I couldn't cook. So, and then for a long period of time,
And
I still
30.
was struggling. And 30. He gonna say and 30. So
I'm
how did
listening,
that,
though.
like the weight of that, like the weight, normally the wife is doing the cooking and the husband is, you know, in this society, wife cooks, husband works and all of that. How did you deal with the weight of having to do that on top of everything that you already do? And how did you Like, cause me, like, you didn't ever make me feel like you just did it. You didn't make me feel like I had to do it.
I mean, for everybody, it's different. For me personally, cooking is a way to express my creativity. I'm a creative person, so I never looked at it as a weight or a challenge. And we all gotta eat. You know,
Yeah.
I love to eat. I love doing a project and seeing it from start to finish. A lot of times, you would ask me, why am I at the supermarket on my way home from work? We got food in the fridge. Why you just come home and cook? Because I like to cook off of feeling sometime. You know, cooking is one of my love languages. So I go to the market, I see what's in there, I smells things. You know, you get a feeling from it or an idea from it. Or I saw an idea at work and thought about you and was like, you know what, Nikki would like that. And I'll go get it and make it.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So, how did you deal with people? Because you know, people, you all like having a conversation with your peers and everybody else. Their wife is cooking, and like, how did you respond to your wife not being able to cook? Like, what was your response?
I didn't have a response. Yeah, I didn't. That's not something that has ever been a challenge for me.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, you
Good.
know, whenever I talked about cooking, I talked about my passion for it and not your lack of skill in it. So that was never something for me to have to deal with.
Oh, okay, good. Because like on the other hand, I like, you know, I had to kind of deal with that, and I felt bad about that.
Yeah.
But when I thought about it, I'm like, well, he don't make me feel like that. Like, you never made me feel like but even with the teaching, like, you were able to help me
Yeah,
teach
because we
him.
had some disastrous moments. I know she told y'all about the meatloaf.
Yeah,
with
the meatloaf. That's
with
a
the
whole other
blueberry.
thing. But I just wanted to let everybody know that's viewing, like, that's the balance in relationship.
Yes.
Right? So that, you know, there might be something that you not so strong in that I'm strong in, you know, and that, you know, cleaning is my thing. I love to clean. Like, cleaning, I love cleaning. He loves cooking. So he will cook, I will come right behind him and clean. It's the balance in it. It's not that I'm, you know,
We gotta be real,
weaker
right?
or you're weaker. We balance each other out.
We being real, right? Are
Go
we being
ahead.
real on the show?
Well, you cook. Well, now you clean a lot after you cook. You do.
Right,
But in the beginning,
let's say she said that I never made her feel like it was an issue that she couldn't cook.
yeah,
If I cook and I make a mess when I cook,
yeah,
I'm being creative. It's like Van Gogh. Food's flying everywhere, right?
Listen,
Things are going everywhere.
the-
She would have a fit.
The walls eat, the floors eat when he cook. Usually, he has gotten a whole lot better. But me being who I am in my OCD, I did used to be like, babe, the floor. But when I thought about it, I kind of piped down a little bit because he is doing the majority of the cooking. So I would just come behind him and do the cleaning. But that's the balance in marriage. That's the balance in relationship, that we can come together and help one another to get the job done.
Plus, I think also now that you're cooking more, you're seeing what actually goes into it. Because sometimes you'll be like, man, you brought all of that to go in there, or did you need that particular gadget? Did you need that particular ingredient?
Yeah.
Couldn't you have substituted? So now when you get into the fight with it, you understand there's a lot that go
And
into
I also
cooking.
found out that the key ingredient is love.
Absolutely.
You gotta love to do it. That's it. That's all. So that's all I wanted to just share with you guys. Thank you guys for tuning into our show today. Again, if you have any suggestions, let us know in the comments. We appreciate y'all support. Again, don't forget about the tickets that are on sale for B2B3, the meet and greet on the 10th, and it was a nice show. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see y'all next month. We will post the ingredients and what we're making next month once we have it, probably in about a week or so. Yes. And don't forget to share the video. Share it, tag your friends. Let us know how you enjoyed it, and let us know if you have any suggestions. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see y'all next month. Good job, baby. Good job.
Boom.